I'm Werner Stroud. I'm the media manager for the British gliding team here at Lasham.
I'm Russell Cheetham. I'm flying in the open class.
I'm Mike Young and I'm flying the 18 metre class.
I'm Peter Harvey. I'm one of the open class pilots in the team.
I used to fly model aircraft to a reasonably high standard in competitions. Somebody who I worked with said they'd been gliding at a particular gliding club and I should go. And I just one day just turned up and the weather was fantastic. I was just really lucky that it was a good day and I just got hooked immediately.
Well, I got into gliding a bit like Russell, started off model flying, only I didn't do as well as Russell. I crashed a lot of models and then went straight from model flying into flying gliders at quite a young age. I started gliding when I was 16.
A very good friend of mine described it as a conversation with nature, and it operates on so many layers, from the technical how do you fly, but we've gone beyond that, we know how to fly. So now we're working the air patterns and we're looking at the clouds and the clues in the air for what happens and why it goes up here, why it goes down there, where the air masses come together and all start going up. And it's a fascinating picture which goes on, and it's a very three-dimensional thing, of course. But of course we're going down all the time, we have no engines, so we're constantly going down, so we've got to find this air to keep us up and then move distances. So you have this conversation with nature, trying to work out the puzzles to get yourself maybe to the other end of the country or go from coast to coast.
This evening is the official opening ceremony for the European Championships here at Lasham. Lasham have never hosted a European level event. Every year Lasham will host a national event, but the last European event hosted in this country was a number of years ago. I can't remember exactly when that was. So it's a first for Lasham. Preparation's absolutely sweet as a nut, no problems whatsoever. In terms of pilots alone, we have 65 entrants in 3 classes from 21 countries. Not necessarily all European countries. Well, if Australia can enter the Eurovision Song Contest, I'm sure they can enter here. So they are here represented and their flag is upside down.
I thought the opening ceremony was very professional and very enjoyable actually.
A wonderful opening ceremony with good weather, nice ambience, full of with friends, family, and a good flying display.
There's a lot of very strong teams here. Of course there'll be 3 or 4 teams that will stand out. The German team, the French team, Dutch team and the Polish team, always very strong. But even amongst the other teams, there's still some very good pilots. If they have a really good week and the luck's with them, they'll be right at the top.
We've got the home advantage in theory, being in the UK of course, so I know the site. I soloed here at this site back in 1980 something or other, 1989, and we kind of know the area quite well, but it's Great Britain, and so we get sea breeze fronts, we get thermals, we get ridgelet, wave, everything mixes in, and it doesn't mean just because we live here that we're going to be the best at doing it. We'd like to think we understand some of the area, but there's some really, really good pilots here, so we've got our work cut out to do well.
It's the rivalry against the best pilots in Europe, and most of these pilots are the best pilots in the world, not just in Europe, and to be able to compete with them and sometimes beat them, it's just it's what it's all about.
Well, I first came to Lasham nearly 45 years ago, so there's quite a lot of history there, and so it's a great place to be, great feeling being here, and really looking forward to it, and I can't think of anything that I'm not looking forward to.
And in gliders in the UK now, we've been up to 36,000 feet, 1,000 kilometres. There's talk about flying to Norway in a glider from Scotland. So there's all sorts of flights and things to be done. So if a youngster's looking at that and thinking, what's in that for me? You can have a look at a glider and it's fun. But these experiences which you can do and explore, which will keep you going into your old age, which is why there's quite a few older people around. They're still interested. It's phenomenal, it really is.